All right, check this out. He was so thirsty for a win, it's crazy. Gotta get him out with the old faithful Kamehameha. Anyway, today I want to talk about how do you keep enjoying the game when you don't win, when you lose. I think that's something that most people don't talk about. And to be honest, you can't win all the time. There are going to be people who are better than you, practice more than you, put more hours in. And so I think that's one of the things that actually sets Goku apart, if you ask my opinion. When I think about what Goku has done, this man has lost so many fights. This man has died so many times. This man has given up fights right in the middle and just said, I can't win. And this man has received help from his friends when he couldn't do it on his own. That's completely opposite to what we try to do when we play this game. When you play a mode like singles, we're trying to solo an opponent on the first try. Really, at least the first 2 out of 3 tries, we're trying to solo the opponent with no prior knowledge of how they're playing most of the time. And it's a hard thing to do, if I'm gonna be real. Like, if we're trying to keep the Goku mentality, he barely ever even did that. And so that leads me to, what I want to talk about today, which is when you encounter that inevitable loss, how do you keep having fun in the game? You know what I'm saying? And so I got some matches in here that I lose, and I just want to talk about, how I felt and how I kept the game fun, even though I still lost those matches. So as you can see, I'm playing this Goku Black in base, and then I got a base Goku. I believe I was using End of Z base form Goku. And so it's getting kind of, down to the wire. I can still, come back and beat this guy. He's beating me right now. I think I'm putting in a little bit of work, though, if I do say so myself. So let's see what we do. Kind of trying to read each other. And he gets me out of there with the revenge counter. And so what I like to do is I like to, if I lose, I'm like, okay, how can I apply the lesson that I just learned from losing to this person to the next match, our next fight, and come out with a W? Because that's what we love. We love to win. I'm not even going to lie. We got to love to, love losing too. So I hit the rematch with him. No, sir, he does not rematch me. Man, stuff like that really gets under my skin because, to be honest, I was S5 at that time, which I've gone all the way up to S1 anyway. But, S5 is probably, where I belong, somewhere around there, give or take. I was fighting a Z rank. And because the match was so close, I noticed that people don't want to, run it back. And this is player match. They don't want to run it back, you know what I'm saying, when it's a close match because they don't want to lose. And I think it's just an ego thing. It's like, all right, how can I keep having fun? It's like, I'm just learning. This game, I love this game. It's my favorite game. It's a great game. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of issues, but it's still a great game. But there's a difference between being good and winning this game. You know what I mean? That match really could have gone either way. It's going to take probably 10, 15 matches to see who's actually better. 3 is really not enough. And so I just look at it like, man, if it was close, I think I did my job. You know what I'm saying? And I could just take what I learned and apply it to the next match. And so I think in this match, I'm being a little bit more patient than I was in the last one. Trying to get some better reads on this guy than I did with the Goku Black that I fought. And that's part of the way that I just keep it fun. You know what I'm saying? So I took the W right there. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a pretty decent match. Let's see if this guy is going to rematch. Because I always, unless somebody's playing weird, I want to run all 3 sets. It's just, all 3 matches for the set. It's just fun that way. This is player match. We're practicing. We're training, trying to get better. He does the rematch, so let's see what he's talking about. Here we go. I'm in there. I didn't know if y'all knew Goku has this Destructo disc if you jump off the ground and charge Ki Blast. That's a unique one for him. Same one as Krillin has. So I'm putting in some work right off the bat. I kind of figured out how he played a little bit from the first match. I'm managing my ki. And to be honest, even in, the way that I like to fight and the way that I like to play and stuff is, I don't necessarily want to have a character that is, a higher DP character than my opponent. I feel like Goku was always fighting people that was out of his league, you know what I'm saying? it just adds to how immersive it is when you're playing the game. And I like to keep it like that. That stuff matters. Like, that's the stuff that's gonna make me keep wanting to play the game for more than 7 months that it's been out, doing stuff like that. And it's a challenge to yourself. So this guy's killing with the super counters right now. It's something I still need to work on, man. I'm trying to get better. And I just hit the transformation. I like to change it up just a little bit. Let's see what we do. That's some transmission. He tries to hit me with the ult. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that I vanished it. Had to hit him with this. He blocked it, but it was still kind of epic to me, especially after, what the taunt was saying. And I don't taunt to be disrespectful unless somebody was acting crazy. To be honest, they do a lot of talking and stuff in the series and in the show, and I like to play Sparking Zero as if I'm watching the anime. So I like to talk in the middle and, do beam clashes and all of that stuff. But we got this guy. I think his name was Sensei Smooth. He's a Z rank. He has an android, and androids are difficult to deal with, man. They ain't got to charge no key. So usually they're aggressive and they just spam key blast. You know what I'm saying? Now, the type of fighter that I am, it usually takes me, at least one match to read my opponent, which that's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta get better at that, but I had the back right there. I should have took it. As you can see, his key ain't nowhere. Like, the whole bar is full. I'm just like, man, this is trash. So I can't get into any Vanish Wars with him because I'm not going to win unless he just chokes, which I don't count on that at this, kind of high level PNZ ranks. Yeah, he's kind of doing the same thing. I should have read that too. I got me a super counter off. Got into the Vanish battle, and this is where the super counter, wars and battles will come in. I'm trying to read him, but he got flying kicks, off the step in. And then he has that android barrier too. And the stocks just come up so fast. I can't punish with a rush super because I can't maintain any key at all. And I'm out of there. So I'm like, okay, what did I learn? He likes to, use that android barrier, so I need to punish that with a rush. And he has a step in flying kicks, so I'm trying to use that in the next match that we have and see if I could pull off a W. He was decent though. And so I try to rematch. No, sir. He says no. So that's the second one, and all of these matches are in order. So this is exactly how it happened. You know what I'm saying? When I was on player match this day. So I'm like, okay, this guy loves Key Blast. I noticed that about a lot of Super Saiyan Gokus. This is Super Saiyan 2. But man, they'll charge and they'll get some good key and then they'll just waste it throwing Key Blast at me. I'm like, bro, what are you up to? Like, what's the point? So my key is pretty good. And his key management is not that good. I'm just trying to feel each other out. You know what I'm saying? But first, 30 seconds of the match, I think I have this one in the bag. That's what's going on in my mind anyway. I'm trying to watch my key. Keep the counter right here. Vanishes. I know that I'm going to win because I got the key advantage. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to lie. So a lot of times when I'm, this far ahead, I usually start trying to do some fun stuff. So that's when I'll transform. That's when I'll try and shoot a beam or whatever. I like to do like one beam or one with rush super. Excuse me. We got the rematch going. One rush super. Man, one rush super per match. Because that's what they do, man, in Dragon Ball. So. But I knew, I knew that move right there. So I was like, let me just block the instant transmission Kamehameha. I know end of Z Goku pretty well. I knew that was coming. My man ain't got no key, so he just got to eat these or super counter on, which that was a great super counter right there. Instant transmission. I sold right there because I should have been able to vanish that auto combo. I don't know what happened. That tree saved his life. Man, bro, I wish that tree was destructible, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay. We're just feeling each other out. And he's like, all right, let me do something different. So I'm about to go Super Saiyan 3. I'm like, okay. Something a little different, mix up the combo strings and stuff. And so he's sold right there. Get working. Got the key advantage. Do I choke? No, sir. Key advantage is by him. You see, every time I'm trying to watch my key, that's just the type of dude that I am. So sometimes I have problems with aggressive fighters. He tried to insta-spark. And so, no. Man, you got to set that up, man. You can't just pray that your insta-spark is going to go off unless you have somebody that got a fast insta-spark like Super Trunks or something like that. He did not accept the rematch. Now, this dude right here was pretty good. He was pretty good. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to spoil the match. But he was pretty good. So we both base Goku. He has Super, base Super, and I have end of Z base Goku. So I'm like, chill, bro. I'm like, back up. I'm trying to get my key. And he want to fight right away. So I'm like, okay, let's see what we're talking about. That punch vanish stuff is so irritating because of the tracking. It's so irritating. He got them super counters down, as you can see. And I do not. I got a little something right there, but I do not, as you can see. Yeah, the perception merchant was crazy. The super counter by him. 3 super counters by him. Good stuff. So every time I'm like, let me check this key every single time. I'm wasting my key, vanishing his super counter hits. But I'm like, hey, as long as I can get it back, gotta do what you gotta do. Except for cheese, don't do that. I knew he was gonna do that instant transmission too. I don't know how I wasn't able to evade it, but he got me. He got my back off that one, so that was a good one. As you can see, he's putting in work. I'm saving my skill points, which, to be honest, I really don't have a reason to at this point. Try to revenge counter? No, sir. I did not get it. Should have been a little more patient, trying to get to the back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I should have remembered that. He's a punch vanish kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll do it again and again and again. A lot of times people punch vanish themselves out of the back or out of the, good position anyway. But you see this match is coming kind of close. He get behind me, and it's GG's, man. He took that one. So I'm like, okay, let's see if he gives me the rematch, and how can I, learn from this loss right here. He does give me the rematch, which, what a gentleman. So he's a punch vanish guy. He's a perception guy. That's what I learned. Now, me, I don't barely ever use perception unless I'm doing like a sonic sway or something. It's just not my thing. So for me, I'm like, okay, I need to, and he's good at super counters too. So I gotta watch my key because I'm not as good as he is. And then I need to have key blast to shoot at him in close, proximity because he likes to do that punch vanish. So I do the lightning, I do that. Super perception. He love to just hit that perception real quick. He was a good fighter to me. At least he was fighting me well. So I'm like trying to watch my key. He gets my back again. Man, bro, that punch vanish stuff is so trash, but it just makes you be more patient. On me. I'm like, okay, let me just, you know what I'm saying? Do a little bit of waiting. I'm surprised he didn't catch me more with perception, I'm not gonna lie. Got him with the flying kicks. He's killing me with the super counters, but got enough key. I knew he was going to do that. He had 6 stock. And I caught that one too. Honestly, I don't think you should be able to, if your person is in the middle of an animation and you press circle. I did press it at the right time to get the, you know what I'm saying, to catch the hand. I can't remember what it's called. But I take that one. But I don't think, like, he was in the middle of a punch animation, you know, my character. And so just because I pressed it at the right time, like, I'm not even in a position to catch it, like, physically speaking. I don't think that should happen. But anyway, we got this next guy up.
What's going on here, but
We playing in the City Ruins, which is a place that I like, but I'm noticing that different places kind of affect the lag in a different way sometimes. So Hyperbolic is the best place to play, but I don't like playing in that empty void all the time. So, all right, so I'm like, okay, this dude is about to just shoot me all the time. Right off the bat, not really watching this key. So I'm like, let me feel him out. And also a punch vanisher. Good sonic sway by him. And he aggressive too. Putting in a little bit of work though. I'm like, all right, the worst thing is to be by those buildings, bro. He's putting in some work right here. I'm like, okay, super counter. So then I'm like, okay, he's using the wild sense now. Some people just won't use it because they think it's kind of cheesy. I'm in the middle. I think it's cheesy a little bit depending on how you use it. Like, you can still use it in the combo, so that's trash to me. Like, that's straight butt. So I hit him with this super because I'm like, I know where this is going. Like, being able to use that in the middle of a combo, man, that's so trashy to me. Like, that's an exploit. The game's not supposed to be like that. So he vanished my wild sense, and I don't even realize when he put it on, and I'm not even thinking about it looking back. But this match is getting close. I'm like, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how this is going. He's very aggressive. The tracking sold me right there. And then that bad boy started lagging. So I'm like, okay. Like, I knew he had wild sense on right there, so I tried to punch vanish. But it didn't register. I hate, like, do y'all ever notice that in the middle when you're doing a super counter or, you know, a vanish or something like that, it'll just start lagging. Now, you see he got 1 piece of health left. I do too. Bruh, I saw that coming and I couldn't block because it was lagging. So I'm like, man, I hate losing when I shouldn't have lost. Like, I shouldn't have lost that. I put in way more work than him. Whatever, no offense to him. So I'm like, okay, let me just run it back on a rematch. I'm pretty sure I can win, you know, in this next match. And he declines, bro. Man, that's so weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. That's the weirdest thing ever to me. Now this match right here, this dude irritated me. This is actually our second match. The first one, I didn't save the video from it. So this is our second match. So what I know about him is that he liked to spam wild sense, and like we got in the first match and this man like tried to hit me with a super immediately because he starts with 3 or 4 bars of key. I can't remember, but he started with more than 2 like the normal people do. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. He missed me with it, but man, I'm like, come on, bro, we just started the game, like, dang. And so that's why you see him keep on, you know, trembling because he's trying to block my key blast because I shoot key blast at him. And so I'm like, okay. Then this started happening right here. This didn't happen the first match. Now, he won the first match, but it was close. He had a 4-bar character. I had a 3-bar. So I'm like, okay, I know that I can win because I got him to his other bar. Bro, look at how it's lagging during all of these vanishes. Every time I'm supposed to vanish. And after this, the match was not the same. So I'm dang near like, you know what? You could just take the match, bro. Like, are you lag switching or what? Because this is crazy. I'm not accusing him of anything because it's probably just the servers. But why is it just the servers? like on my vanishes, like immediately when it was time for me to vanish, and then he's vanishing perfectly. Yeah, that was crazy. So I don't know if you could tell. It kind of even looked laggy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do, anything. I could just tell. And so I'm like, all right, it's just a game. So I'm trying to put in a little bit of work though. With the flying kicks. Trying to do a little bit of a read. I forgot I didn't have gut punch right there. That was my fault. So he just, playing with his food at this point. And then it's just GG. So I was like, okay, I'm not finna rematch him because we're at the pivotal point, like where I could have won or where I could have lost. It just started lagging bad, bro, like buffering. So I was like, yeah, I'm not rematching him. Hey, thanks for watching. This is Average Z Fighter. God bless.